All right. I'm Mr. Deadman of Hard Talk Radio, and this is a review of Guns Akimbo. With me is Modern Medusa. How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. So, Guns Akimbo. You've seen it?
Mm-hmm. Multiple times now.
Multiple times? I watched it for the first time yesterday. I have to say that if I were to describe this movie, I would describe it as like Scott Pilgrim versus the World mixed with Hardcore Henry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've also heard it compared to Crank, but just because of the like out there-ness of a lot of the stuff.
Yes, I could see that. If Harry Potter was constantly using cocaine and to keep him going, which I think would make it a better movie. I think that would make it even better.
Yeah,
should have had that. Should have had like an adrenaline meter, and his adrenaline was going down. I thought they were going to do something like that because they had like oxygen or whatever. I guess Harry Potter's character. Yeah. What's it? Daniel
Radcliffe.
Okay.
Yep.
Harry Potter. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, did I describe the movie right? I mean, how would you describe it?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Like, well, the only thing is that I would say, well, I don't know. It's very much like the visuals are very Scott Pilgrim, because and some people thought that it was like really annoying. And honestly, in a lot of movies, I do find like little pop-up like social media things annoying, but I found it really intriguing and like helping the story go along in this movie. So yeah, it's definitely got elements of that. And then Hardcore Henry, where you're literally just going around like causing destruction, and he doesn't even want to in this movie. So it's kind of like he has to be a Hardcore Henry,
right? He doesn't even want to cause violence. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. Daniel Radcliffe. He doesn't want to hurt.
That's probably my favorite part.
He's a vegetarian. He doesn't want to hurt anybody.
Yes.
Oh yes. Man, it gets me into the homeless man scene. That scene was great. That scene was actually probably one of my favorite like funny bits.
Yeah, I love that shit. So yeah, for people who don't know what Guns Akimbo means, it's basically Daniel Radcliffe waking up with guns bolted to his hands. So like Edward Gun Hands. And so he's like a liberal troll, pretty much. That's what I would describe him as.
Yeah, he's supposed to be at work being like a data or a code monkey for some social media game that takes money out from kids or from parents, really. But he spends most of his time on Facebook reporting things like a Karen, like a Richard or whatever, annoying. He probably would have reported one of my posts, maybe one of your posts, Modern Medusa.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
So you know what, he got what's coming from him. But wait, there's this thing called schism in the movie.
Yes. So he messes with like the wrong troll online, and then they're like, so hey, what's up, you want to join Schism? And he's like, hey, fuck off. And then they get his IP address. And they're like, oh, by the way, and it's pretty much established in this world, I feel like, that everyone knows who Schism is, which is and I actually liked at the beginning how they had like a statement about how you're all you're doing on the internet is looking for like the next thrill, and violence is like the thing that gets the most clicks because that's human nature and stuff like that. Right. I found that really interesting. So that's like the core belief of Schism, I guess. And they're like I don't know if you want to call them a terrorist group. I don't think they refer to themselves as that in the movie, but they're like they're basically like a fight club if you like pinned two like shitty people against each other, and then like they just have unlimited access to weapons and go all across the town to try and kill each other for views and likes, basically. And there's like there's a couple things where like the police are paid off, you know, so it's
Right.
like they're trying to catch them, but not really. And so this guy is just shoved in there. I think Schism, or the leader of Schism, he's a character, an interesting character, and I feel like he wants like something new or something, and he's just like, I'm just gonna put this guy in there and just force him to, you know, because he wants like the next big viral hit or whatever.
So
and
he chooses some random. See, I didn't really get the connection that he was trolling somebody, or someone was pissed off because he reported a post or something. But okay, because I was going to ask, why did they choose this guy? He's a nobody. He has no criminal history or anything, and they were like, okay,
right.
this.
I think that was why.
That was why. Okay.
Honestly, yeah, because they're like, oh, look at this little, you know, this little bitch. We're gonna make him, you know, fight for our entertainment.
So just put him in the Schism. Nels. So he wakes up like you said. Nels, or guns bolted to his hands. His hands bolted to guns. Which,
50 rounds in each gun.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the gun looked like it wasn't even going to hold 50 rounds in it. But that's
right. Yeah.
That's the thing with this movie too.
Kind of like, okay.
Like for those getting into this movie, it's not. It doesn't take itself seriously. Not like
yeah.
The gun play and stuff, like it's not accurate. I mean, it's not like it's like a video game movie. It's like it's like
yes,
like Call of Duty, like Fortnite stuff, but in a video game. But you don't respond though. You die, right? You die, and you're dead. I have a question about that. Spoiler alert. I mean, Harry Potter does bleed a lot. He's bleeding at the end.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna die, but he comes back. I was like, oh, magic mushroom.
Yeah.
Good surgery. Good healthcare. Oh.
Yeah. That was a bit crazy.
That was. But yeah. I mean, so Schism. It's localized, right? It's like in a city, or it's like statewide, or like worldwide. Okay.
I think it's centralized in whatever city it's based in, but then worldwide people are checking them out. And I also find it really funny that they have like flashes to the people watching them, and there's just like a room full of gay dudes who are like taking turns like making videos in the background or something, and then all of a sudden they're like super invested in this shit.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah. And that there, like the commentary of like you said, the gay dudes and the random, like I think it was some sort of like Wolf of Wall Street like guy, like, oh yeah, you get that guy,
an Indian guy.
All these guys, they're watching a live stream of pretty much people killing each other, like for sport, and it's like, okay, I think that's like, you know, combine that with the sort of Scott Pilgrim video game effects, whatever. I would dare to say this movie is like an art house film of our generation, of this generation, being a statement on our society, and being like how we react to certain things. Like when people see violent content online, like how do they react? Do they react, oh my God, that's a horrible, or do they enjoy it? I mean,
exactly. And I mean, I can kind of relate to that because, like, you know, when I first found the internet, I was on all the fucking shock sites, you know, I'm just like, what? These things exist? I want to see it. And I kind of like, you know, burned myself out after a while. But it is very interesting. You know, why do you think people get so obsessed about shootings and stuff like that? You know, because it's just something that is really intriguing, and that's why there's people obsessed with serial killers and stuff like that. And you know, it's just I personally, I like learning about weird things that exist in the world, so I am really intrigued when there's just something fucked up going on. It's like you go on the deep web with the red rooms and shit like that. Like there are people that, you know, seek that stuff out.
They do.
And it's very, I feel like the social media aspect worked really well for this movie in particular.
I agree. I can add to that saying that, remember when the Christchurch shooting happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when the live streamed on Facebook for a little bit, and the archive was on Kiwi Farms and 4chan and stuff.
Yeah,
the reaction to that is, like, people found it entertaining. Like, some people found it, like, abhorrent and wrong, but some people found it entertaining. I'm just stating a fact there, and how people will react to that in the comment section. They could do whatever, but what I'm saying is a real life example. An atrocity happened where some guy was shooting people in a mosque or whatever, and people found that entertaining. So if something like this happened in real life, could it happen? Would it happen? I mean, I think people would view it and find it like something to watch and pass the time, especially if it was accepted, especially if the police were involved, or like the police were just letting it happen. I guess the government's not hands off on this whole thing. I mean, that's one thing what the movie never really touched on. It never really got into like how this thing's orchestrated. It's sort of kind of like a mystery, sort of like, I don't know if they didn't really want to explore it, or was like, it doesn't really matter, but it's like, is this, how high does this thing go? Does this, what's his name? Yeah. Richter, the man behind, the man behind.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
The guy, I forgot the line. You might know it. Where it's like, I mean, because this villain, he has like all sorts of like, he has like the Illuminati triangle on his forehead, has all these tattoos on him. He looks like a joke. It looks like a joke.
Yeah.
But it's like, how did this guy get in power? How does guy start schism? How did it happen? It doesn't really explore any of that. It's just, we're in it. It's happening. We're in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of like that they didn't go too much into it, because I feel like it could have gotten really complicated and like convoluted.
Yeah.
And I heard some people saying that they wanted more action, like just constant murder. And I feel like it was paced fairly. I feel like probably in the comic, they more than likely went more into that. So yeah, I'm guessing that they kind of made it.
So this was a comic first. I did not know that. Okay.
So that's what really intrigued me as well, is because like someone just came up with this idea. What if one day you woke up with guns for hands, and they just wrote that shit? That makes me so happy. Like, it's so shameless and self-aware, and like that's my favorite thing about the movie, is that it's out there, and like the jokes can be corny at times, but they're so relevant that it's like not even cringy.
Well, so a lot of the jokes were pretty good. Now there were some jokes where I did kind of cringe. Like, okay, so when I was in college, community college in 2003, I wore this video game shirt that had like all these video game like lines, like, if you know you're going the right direction. It's called like video game logic. You're going the right direction because that's where the bad guys are.
Yeah.
Like, just about everything on that shirt was a joke in this movie. It's like, oh, these jokes were like this is stuff,
that is
like,
funny.
I knew when I was like, when I was 22, like 10 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
15 years ago. But it's still kind of cool. I mean, it is a video game movie. It's going to have that sort of stuff to it. I did like the references though at the same time. Like what was it? Even the bad guys kind of reference the other, like, I guess, henchmen dudes as like Streets of Rage characters.
Yeah.
because and that's the thing that I kind of feel like this movie should have explored those mini boss sort of figures a little bit more, because you have this guy in like a pig gimp mask and whatever. Like, if they wanted to, they probably could have made this movie to like be like a series and have it where like one boss was going to be like one part of the movie and be like, you have to get through this area and get to me. But
I agree.
I mean, is it just me, or did they, as soon as, let's see, let me follow the chain of events in the movie here. So he gets the guns bolted to his hand. He tries to pee. He tries to pee, not to shoot his dick off. He doesn't shoot his dick off. That's good.
He needs an inhaler. Really hard to do that.
Yes. Which the inhaler, like, it doesn't seem to, as a guy who suffers from oxygen, he doesn't seem to really need it all that much. That's why, like, I think the adrenaline meter should have came up. Like, if they're gonna make it all video game, go all the way, have it be that thing, and maybe he has to snort coke or something to get through. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, technically, Nyx, the character that he was supposed to kill, was the cocaine. Addict.
Yeah, she was the cocaine
addict. That like boosted her up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like he should have had something other than the inhaler, probably. Like Adderall or something.
Adderall's easy to come by. Yeah. Or maybe take a hit at the crack pipe when the homeless man was offering. He was offering, and the homeless man was very kind. He gave him. He put his pants up. He changed him. He
gave him a hot dog.
Tied his shoes. Gave him a hot dog. It was there for like 6 months in the pantry, which was on the sidewalk. Yeah. Which I like that scene, by the way, when he's eating he's picking up with his guns.
Yeah.
There's a used condom there. There's like a baggie of like Coke or whatever.
Those are the jokes that really get me. And question: have you seen the movie Yes Man?
Yeah.
Do you remember Norm? Because that's the homeless guy.
That's the homeless guy?
The one with the glasses?
That's the homeless guy?
Yeah.
I know.
And Nyx, the blonde one, she is the main person in A Handmaid's Tale. I was very surprised to learn that. I was like, bitch, what?
That's her?
You can be hot? Yeah, I was like, damn! I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Samara Weaving. Yeah, that is her. Okay. Yeah.
That blew my mind.
All right. Yeah. Okay, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
She's also in Ready or Not. Okay.
Yeah. The hobo scene was fucking great. Then the hobo comes back too. Like they revisit him like throughout the movie, and it's great.
He was his Obi-Wan. He was the old man with the good advice. Don't kill yourself. You're doing it wrong. First off. Oh,
I love this scene.
Following the chain of events. So, he's in his apartment. Nyx tries to kill him, but doesn't really kill him. It's like, okay, I don't think she's really trying or something. I don't know, but
I think she wants him to fight back, and she's like, "God, you pussy."
Right. He escapes. He finds his girlfriend. He goes.
Yeah, his ex-girlfriend. Yeah. Which, I like her hair a lot.
Her hair was nice. Her hair was nice. I noticed that the cop in the movie was checking her out. The sleazeball cop, the bad one. He was like checking her out. So okay, but I didn't see her ass. I didn't see how that will look.
Yeah. That was a hilarious scene though. Like I get that it's stressful to have guns bolted to your hands, but you could at least like try to explain it before just taking them out of your pockets and being like, by the way.
Oh, and the other thing is when he pulls out his guns and shows she didn't see the nails. Like, I know she's freaking out, but this is your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. Like, what are these giant things you're holding in your pockets?
Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. I don't know. Have you ever injured your hand before? Have you ever had like your hand smashed in a door, or like? I mean, I'm just like, imagine nails going through your hands bolted to a gun. You know how much pain you're gonna be in? Like, he should be like looking for painkillers. He should be like in throbbing agony pain all the fucking time, like crazy pain.
Mm-hmm. I would probably I would have to try really hard not to just end my life right there, because I'd just be like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, they tell me I can't go to the hospital. They say I can't go to the police. I'm just gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell would you do? And that's another thing that I like about the movie, is that it makes you think of a completely ridiculous situation, like putting yourself in his shoes.
Right.
Especially such like a normal guy, you know, there's probably like a million guys like him, just going throughout everyday life and then going home and like being a keyboard warrior. And then all of a sudden they're put into this crazy life situation, and it's like, well, yes, we just have to see what happens.
But I think most guys, even in the pain alone, would probably paralyze them. At least I think it would come up if you meet somebody like, I'm in throbbing agony pain. Why? Because there's nails in my hand. Why are there nails in your hand? Some asshole nailed my hands to guns. Just like that.
Right?
Just telling his girlfriend that would be a total different thing. But
right, exactly. But gotta, be all dramatic for the for the movie. Yeah. I understand.
And then what? She goes to the cops. The girlfriend does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I mean, I kind of figured that one of the cops, the main one, was tied to Nick. So I was like, I bet you like I said, I watched it for the first time.
Yes.
I had no idea this was a comic. I had nothing going into this. I immediately assumed there's some sort of family connection. And I was like,
really?
Yeah, I don't know. Something about it, I was like, I bet you they're connected. I bet you they are.
Yeah.
I bet you. And it was like, I was like, oh, okay, look at that. But I was like, oh, I mean, they didn't like try to relocate the case or reassign somebody because it's like family ties, because of a conflict of interest. I don't know, I'm just curious about that.
Yeah. Good point.
but then again, this movie, it doesn't like. It's not like it's not like it's really logical, like being real about everything. It's just it's meant for entertainment, meant for having fun.
Yeah.
The story, I thought it was pretty simple, but I think
the
special effects and the action is like where this movie's at.
Yeah, it was just fun to watch.
Pretty good soundtrack too.
Oh yeah. I was gonna point that out as well. And I heard someone criticizing the soundtrack, saying it was like really cliche or something. And I thought it fit really well. They have this one version of "You Spin Me Right Round" or whatever. That's cool. Like a metal version.
Yeah.
I listen to that in my free time now because I enjoy it. So yeah, I thought that was really well done. The editing is really well done. Like the costumes, I actually thought were really, really cool. The bad guy is definitely over the top, but I haven't seen him in the comic, so it could be, relative to the comic, as far as I know.
Right. I mean, I feel like the bad guy was pretty cool, but his sidekicks around him were cool, but they did nothing with him really. It's like as soon as let's see, chain of events. As soon as it doesn't, like, I feel like it doesn't take long because Nyx is assigned to kill Harry Potter, and Harry Potter is like, what? And they eventually join sides to go against the schism.
Yeah.
Once that happens, when they attack the facility or the place wherever they're hosting it at, it's like it goes by pretty fast. It's like those GIMP guys or the other guys. I kind of feel like I didn't think they had much time or substance. I don't know.
Yeah, I did like a couple of the main sidekicks or the henchmen, whatever.
Is it sidekicks?
Like the guy with the the guy with the smashing hammer that actually did the bolting of the guns to his hands. He wasn't in there a whole lot, but I thought he was cool. He kind of reminded me of Kano from the new Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And I actually did really like what they did with the girl with the
black chick,
giant guns. Yeah. I thought that scene was really funny. So just like cool. that little thing kind of like made me feel like, oh, well, she's a fun character. So it's like they didn't go too deep into it. Or the people that Nyx killed in the beginning, those people were like flies, just dropping off. And I kind of feel like that's like part of it, where it's just like, oh, yep, this just happens every day. These people die.
Yeah.
There's
death and anarchy. every single day. I mean, they have a casual.
I'd be interested to see what the comics did with those side characters.
Yeah, same here. I mean, they have a casual conversation with the black chick with some frohawk thing. I forgot what she had. But she had like the two A12s or AA12s, whatever, the two automatic shotguns. And they're just having a conversation right there before she's about to kill him, before they're about to kill her. It's like, oh, this is
sweet guns, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was awesome. The subtle little jokes like that really put it together for me. So all the action, the ridiculousness of it was just funny and entertaining overall. And the editing and the music, all of it I thought was really, really good.
Yeah. I think overall, like with the editing, definitely the action sequences.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
Yeah. It's something that you can just like turn your brain off pretty much and just be like, yeah. Akimbo.
It's also interesting to see Daniel do a role like this. It's like he already has his movies from Harry Potter, so now he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
You know?
Like the closest thing to this I'd say that he's been in that I've seen was probably Swiss Army Man.
Okay. I haven't seen that one. It says Swiss Army?
Swiss Army Man, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. But that's a very ridiculous, just crazy, like out there movie, and it's hilarious. So that it just Daniel Radcliffe like just going balls to the wall was really, really entertaining.
Yeah.
And also just his panicked, demeanor throughout the whole thing kind of like furthered like your, like kind of going along with him like, oh my God, what would I do in this situation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his performance was really good. I mean, he did pretty well in the movie. I mean, I thought this character was pretty fun. Yeah. I am surprised he survived though. That's the thing. I'm surprised. I'm like,
that was brutal.
I didn't notice any scars on his neck or anything. I don't know. It's just,
right. True.
In his hands.
So yeah, aside.
You should have like robot hands or something.
Right. Oh my God. What happens there?
Right. But
you have to rehabilitate for years.
So in the end, like, how would you rate this movie?
Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
That's a good question. For me personally, it'd probably be like between a 7 and an 8. Probably an 8 because it's so entertaining that I've already watched it multiple times and I can't say that for a lot of movies. So I would say, and I want to show it to everyone. It's like something that like I feel like anyone could watch. So yeah, I'd probably go with an 8.
Well, I know it's something my dad would watch, but it's a good
my
movie.
mom would probably find it strange.
It's a very entertaining movie. I think like those that like grew up on like watching Die Hard and expect like action movies to be kind of like that may not be on board with this. It depends.
Yeah.
Like this is really a demographic centric movie. Like you have to grow up on video games and be like.
Yeah.
So I think I enjoyed it. I liked it. Would I watch it again? I would watch it again. So I'd probably give it about a 7 out of 10. Think about that. I mean, I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best thing I've seen. It wasn't the worst thing I've seen. I'll definitely watch it again. It was entertaining. It served its purpose. Mm-hmm. Was it ridiculous? It was. But it was hilarious at the same time. Like,
yeah.
And going back to the hobo, the homeless man, he was a good character. And so was the villain. I just wish they did more with him.
Right.
So I guess if they didn't rush it, I don't know. It seemed like things were kind of
rushed. I'd be interested to see another one if they found out a way to do it.
Right. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so ladies and gentlemen, if you have a comment about it, let me know in the comment section down below. And what do you think about the movie? With that said,
on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. With that said, you guys take it easy.